We are approaching the business end of Wimbledon 2025. So I thought let's have a little fun in the kitchen while we unpack all the semi-final action we can look forward to. Hi guys, I'm Babsy and welcome back to my channel. In this episode, we will be unpacking all the semi-final action that you can look forward to in Wimbledon 2025. So I thought since we are approaching the business end of this year's tournament, I thought we can have a little fun in the kitchen. So before we start unpacking the semi-final action that we can look forward to, I thought we could try the strawberries with something a little bit different from the traditional strawberries and cream. So first up is strawberries and chocolate, strawberry covered chocolate. Yes, we've got that. And then another option that I would like for us to try is whipped cream. So not the normal wet cream. Is that what we call it? Not the normal wet cream. So we're going to do some whipped cream and strawberries. Let's go and do that. This is so much fun. And then the final one, having our strawberries. I cut them in half because it just makes it so much easier to chew, especially when I have to chew and talk at the same time. So we're going to put in some cream. And then I will unleash the South African in me and add in some custard. Here we go. Ooh, and I'm also going to be preparing a little cocktail for us. So let me see what I prefer. Let's start with the strawberry covered chocolate. While you're watching the action. There's that. That is delicious. I didn't melt chocolate that you can melt, like baking chocolate. I bought store-bought chocolate and melted it. Actually, the whipped cream slaps harder than the normal cream. Somehow, it just covers the strawberry while you're chewing. And you get to really experience the cream when it's the whipped cream versus the normal cream. So now we're going to mix the whipped cream with the custard and see what we make of that. This is weird. That is weird. Okay, so for this episode, we are going to be having strawberries and whipped cream. I will visit these two later. Okay, so obviously you need a beverage to make sure that you're able to indulge in the action. There's this trending meme of a pop during a serve, and they're like, ladies and gentlemen, please do not pop any champagne while the athletes are serving. So let's get together a cocktail, which is a French 75, but we are going to call it something different. We will call it a final set cocktail for this purpose. So I'm going to put in a strawberry and mint flavored syrup. Start off with that. A shot of that. And then we are going to add in, there we go. We're going to add in, I'm going to be wild and add in 2 shots of tequila, because not tequila, it's vodka, because it's my birthday month. You know, it's my birthday weekend. We're counting down. We're merry. We're festive. We might as well go big. And then I am going to add in some lemon juice. Couldn't really find my juice squeezer, so how are we adding the lemon juice? How many mils, is it? I'm not sure. Just squeeze. Then we stir, 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 stir. And then we will add in some bubbles. Okay. Woo! All right. And then we top it off with some bubbles. Yum, yum in my tum-tum. And then we will garnish with some strawberry-infused vodka. So you can tell that this cocktail is quite a party. And then let me taste. Tastes pretty good. All right, let's unpack some Wimbledon action. All right, let's start off with the women's tennis. We have the final four women who are Aryna Sabalenka, Amanda Anisimova, Iga Swiatek, and Belinda Bencic. Side note, this is a vibe. It's a literal potty in my mouth. Whipped cream over the normal water cream any day. So the first fixture will be Aryna Sabalenka versus Amanda Anisimova. So Sabalenka leads this head-to-head 3-1. And the one time that Amanda beat Sabalenka was in the 2019 US Open. And that was the first time I took note of Amanda because she beat one of the top contenders to earn her spot into the fourth round. And this will also be her first semi-final in Wimbledon. So there is a lot to fight for. But again, Aryna is looking to score her first grass Grand Slam at Wimbledon. So she is going to be fighting tooth and nail. If you watched her match against Sigamud, it was a tough one. She lost her very first set of the tournament, but she came back guns blazing. So I think we can brace ourselves for a straight set win for Sabalenka, mainly because she wants to be well rested for that final. I love Amanda. I love how she moves and plays on the court. But somehow I just think that Sabalenka just has that extra edge over her and will beat her in straight sets. Then we move on to the second fixture that we can look forward to. And that is Iga Swiatek taking on Belinda Bencic. Iga cruised into the semi-final like nobody's business. Belinda Bencic, on the other hand, didn't have it as easy. As much as she also won in 2 straight sets, she had to fight 2 tie breaks against the youngster, and it was a thrilling match, start to finish. But somehow her composure, her quickness around the court, her experience is what got her into the semi-final. Now, this one is a bit of a tough one because I do think that Belinda could cause an upset. I love Iga and I love how hard she's worked in getting herself into the semi-finals and reaching the spot, because grass has to be one of the most challenging services for her. And for her to reach the semi-final, well done. But I think Belinda has it in her to cause an upset. So my prediction, Aryna Sabalenka versus Belinda Bencic in the final. In the comment section, let me know, do you think that Belinda has it in her to cause the upset? Or can Amanda Anisimova stop Aryna Sabalenka in the tracks? Let me know in the comment section. I think we have seen so many surprises within Wimbledon, and it wouldn't be shocking if we get more shockers. And now we move on to the men's action. The final 4 men remain. Potty in my mouth. Potty in my mouth. All right. Final 4 remain. You have Carlos Alcaraz taking on Taylor Fritz. And then you have the rematch of last year's semi-final between Novak Djokovic and Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner and Novak Djokovic is a rivalry that is brewing. You've got the old school versus the new school, classic versus trendy. I think that's the one thing that came to my mind. But these two always give us a show. And hopefully the fall that Djokovic experienced in his match against Kaboli does not interfere with his form for this match, because we need him at 100%. And I think we can brace ourselves for a 3-set thriller between these two. I really need Djokovic to go and fight for his 25th Grand Slam. I do think that Jannik could beat him, but somehow my money is still on the GOAT going through to the final to get another shot at that 25th Grand Slam. Let me know in the comment section. Am I wrong? Do you think the world number one can triumph against one of the greatest tennis players of all time? We will have to wait and see what happens tomorrow in that semifinal. The second semi-final that we can look forward to in the men's action is Carlos Alcaraz versus Taylor Fritz. Now, Taylor Fritz is a dark horse that no one sees coming. I think with this matchup, we can brace ourselves for a 5-set thriller. I mean, if you have watched Taylor Fritz throughout this tournament, you will see his power hitting. His serves are beastly. So he is going to challenge Alcaraz to the finish. But I do think that Carlos is not going to go down fighting. And I do believe that in the 5th set, Carlos is going to become triumphant. But as much as I want Taylor to win, and I really do want to bet on Taylor because I think he is an amazing player and deserves a shot in the final. But somehow Carlos seems so unstoppable lately. But could Taylor Fritz be the man to stop him? We remain to see what happens tomorrow. But my prediction for the men's final will be a rematch of last year's final, which is Carlos Alcaraz taking on Novak Djokovic. In the comment section, let me know, who do you think will be able to book themselves a spot in the final? Let us have fun as we prepare for the business end of Wimbledon 2025. And don't forget to make sure that you have your drink ready. Don't forget to press that subscribe button and make sure you turn on the bell so that you are notified every time a new video drops. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time.